We are honored to welcome you here.
Nothing to report, sir.
Are you seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together?
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with
Seeing
me.
you in that
Send a
power
message.
armor makes me think
Please
we should
don't.
design some of our own.
There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see. Sometimes you have to lean on the other departments a little to get what you need.
I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you, but try to remember that synths aren't people.
Hey, Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I hate to break it to you, but your Courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare, but faults can occur from time to time. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who were you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Child synth. It's just remarkable.
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously.
Excuse me.
I swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We need to be able to collaborate with the other divisions, and that's a lot harder when they're always angry at us.
What's Justin doing that's causing friction?
Oh, he's just pushy and demanding. He thinks his problem should be everyone's biggest concern. I have to admit, though, the other divisions have never taken our needs as seriously as they should. Guess they see us as a necessary evil or something. It's really not fair. Oh, just listen to me. It's the first chance we've had to get acquainted, and all I want to do is complain. In any case, it was good to meet you.
I don't
Dr.
think
Ayo.
you'll be needing that suit of power armor in here.
Yes? What do you need?
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
Justin,
What do you want? And please, make it quick.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Father's a great man. You must be very proud.
Pardon me, sir.
Alana,
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously. Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often. I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you, but try to remember that synths aren't people.
So you were there the day the bombs fell. That must have been terrifying.
Constant vigilance is vital to preventing synth escapes.
Subject identified.
I wish you could have known Father as we have. She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Excuse me.
I hope you and Father try to make up the time you've lost. Family is important.
Well, that was productive.
One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement.
Hi, Doc.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics, and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
What kinds of blueprints?
Mostly components for a new plasma pistol concept I've been toying with. High-energy weapons are sort of a hobby of mine. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us. It's really exciting having you here. I can't wait to see what you can do.
Rushed work is sloppy at best and deadly at worst.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
What is it you're working on?
Advanced Systems Special Projects. You've seen the boy, Synth, already. We've been hard at work on him for quite a while now. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
A Courser chip? What's it do?
The same thing it does for our coursers. Creates a link to the relay that allows them, and now you, to get in and out at will. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work.
Dr. Lee. Tell me about the people in your division.
I'm not sure what there is to say. Dr. Watson is the Specialist Project's lead scientist. He's, how to put it, very organized and precise. Dr. Ormond is one of the youngest scientists in the Institute, and she's something of a prodigy when it comes to physics.
This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Benet has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not really Sean. None of his memories are in there. That, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence. If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
Dr. Lee. I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
Taking your new appointment in stride, I see. Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the child synth, to focus on Phase 3. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend heavily on you.
Doctor.
Since you're new here, you should take time to learn our safety procedures. And the sooner the better. Rules create order, and order promotes efficiency.
How many rules are we talking about here?
Not nearly enough, if you ask me. I had some handbooks made up, but that was years ago. I'll see about getting one to you.
How big is this handbook?
Just a few thousand pages, but I like to think it's a brisk read. I certainly find it so. Take care, then.
Dr. Watson.
In case anyone didn't mention it, quiet time runs from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Safety first. Remember that. Rushed work is sloppy at best and deadly at worst.
Evan.
One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement.
Rosalind.
If you ask me, we're only scratching the surface with the latest synths.
time to examine my latest reports on Batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject.
They're still people, and they're suffering. We can at least admit that it's regrettable. After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well... I suppose you're right.
The latest synth generation is just amazing. Those guys in robotics are working miracles.
Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. Right now, I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know. But it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in, and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
Dr. Holdren.
Anything I can help you with?
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, I'd say they were a success. Their behavior does generally match what our historical data says it should be. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. The creatures can become suddenly aggressive, and they're quite strong. They destroyed 2 of their synth handlers. So now we keep them in an isolated habitat where they can be safely observed.
Clayton.
Something I can do for you?
You mentioned medical care. I might need that from time to time.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself to Dr. Dean Volkert. He's our top biologist and also serves as the Institute's resident physician. Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. Just pay him a visit whenever you need to. You won't find better medical care anywhere else in the Commonwealth. I'll promise you that.
Hey.
It's hard to stand out when you're surrounded by geniuses. You're gonna have to work pretty hard to impress anyone down here.
Dr. Holdren's Synth Gorilla project is showing promising results. All this must be a little overwhelming for you.
Most men lack the patience to observe and document plant growth.
It's great to have you here.
Got it. Yes.
Anomaly detected. Resetting threat level.
I'm through. Sweet.
This is Dr. Elliot reporting for the Bioscience Division. March 22-24. We just received another batch of subjects. But as my previous report stated, we're at an impasse here. More of the same won't help. The two most promising strains of FEV have been adapted to an ideal state, but we're still missing something. I am officially echoing the team's position. The most likely progress for our research on synthetic organics requires new avenues of exploration. Additional Commonwealth subjects will not help. It's the same problem across the board, exposure to too much radiation. We need someone new. There's a proposal we'll be putting forward. I am not entirely comfortable with it, but it seems the best course.
Personal record, Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program had repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. And after that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Please resist any urge you might feel to eat the specimens in the hydroponic garden.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Yes, yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't the time.
Dr. Lee. I'm good for now, thanks.
All right.
Please don't get any germs on me.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to many of us.
A clean and healthy work environment is essential to maximum productivity.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Do we really need all these coursers roaming the halls?
Hi there.
Watch out around here. They catch you having fun, they make you do boring science.
Your presence here is a great gift, not just to Father, but to all of us.
3 levels of approval. Do you believe that? 3!
Best part of my day is coming home to my girls.
Operating at full capacity.
I wish I had more time to spend with Quentin, but I can't be in 2 places at once. We haven't been able to crack that one yet.
One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement.
I used to work exclusively on the synth projects, but lately I prefer less animated pursuits.
Oh, for goodness sake, I can't find my notes anywhere.
Sometimes Quentin is really mean to me, but my mom says I have to be nice anyway.
Enrico.
Best part of my day is coming home to my girl.
Dr. Higgs.
Synths aren't human beings, but supposedly they're the future of humanity. I'll never understand it.
Good to see you.
Father's a great man. You must be very proud.
Huh?
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
I can't imagine living on the surface. It sounds like a nightmare.
If you need medical attention, see Dr. Volkert.
I think he's actually lost his mind. I can't believe he really expects me to do this. I've always been on board with the Gen 3 program. It makes sense, but this? Nothing good can come from this. How am I supposed to explain to my staff that Sean wants a child synth for no immediately apparent valid line of research? And to base the physical features off records of his own childhood? It defies all logic. No, I can't do this. I won't.
Ineptitude, aggression, disorderly behavior, overall insubordination. It could go on. We'd be here for hours.
Just a routine patrol, sir.
Greetings, sir.
Lawrence.
The rest see me as little more than a glorified repairman. But I'm as much a scientist as any of them.
All systems nominal.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
Operating at full capacity. Greetings, sir.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Yes, what is it?
Have you noticed any suspicious activity lately? Since operating outside their protocols, maybe a citizen expressing any controversial views.
If you require maintenance, please file a report with the Facilities Division.
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
Good evening.
Please don't get any germs on me.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done, all that he has built.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
It was probably just a glitch.
Pardon me.
The fine motor control software could use an update.
If it were just a limb twitching, perhaps. But her eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements while sleeping can only mean one thing, Max. You just don't want to admit to yourself what you do.
If you're about to launch into one of your impassioned speeches about artificial sentience and machines with souls, don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now. Hell, I can write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Benet, you know where to find the teleport.
Now just a moment. I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, not philosophers. You do well to remember that. With our third-generation synths, we've improved upon humanity.
The synths are treating you well, I hope?
Doc.
Ah, it's you. You're finally with us. I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity, and they have very specific protocols for protecting themselves and institute interests, most of which I designed myself. Not to make problems for you, though. Will you be staying with us, then?
I'm thinking it over.
Well, I hope you do decide to stay. It would mean a great deal to Shaw. If you require anything, especially as it pertains to synths, please let me know.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Another lovely day, isn't it?
You smell like you've been above ground.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Welcome to the Institute. Please step right this way.
We're quite fortunate to have the synths to aid us.
Hey, Doc.
You've arrived at a momentous time. Our third-generation synths are a true breakthrough. The culmination of centuries of research. It's no exaggeration to say that they're superior in almost every way to human beings.
What makes them superior?
The list of improvements is exhaustive. I can talk for an hour and still not cover all of it. Imagine what you could accomplish if you could live without fear of hunger or disease. Imagine what you could create if you could spend every waking moment of your life as you saw fit, with no need of sleep. Like I said, a momentous time.
I don't know if you've noticed, but
Dr.
I've
Logan,
increased
if you ask me,
responsiveness by
the synth
0.04%.
software comes a little debugged. All our divisions are important, but I tend to think of robotics as the first among equals.
Power armor is effective, sure, but it's hardly efficient.
Welcome. Please proceed directly to processing.
The synths aren't just Father's legacy. They're his gift to humanity.
Think about it. You and everyone else firmly hold on to the archaic opinion that the synths are inferior. By limiting them, we limit our work.
I am well aware of your ideas, Doctor. And there is a reason they are not the popular ones. There needs to be a distinction between us and them.
No, they are an evolution of us. The synths possess vast untapped potential if we only let them show.
I suggest you keep your radical opinions to yourself from now on. Otherwise, you might find yourself being escorted to the telephone.
Hello. Welcome. Please, step this way for processing.
Theoretical limits are made to be broken. Dr. Logan, we received a work order from SRB. What do they do? They're requesting replacement courses again. Quite a few, actually. I guess they lost a whole unit on the surface.
Is this some sort of joke? This is the third time this month. Dr. Ayo can't keep using my synth so recklessly.
Welcome.
I refuse to give in
Proceed
anymore.
directly to
Should
process.
I tell him? Out. I wouldn't wish dealing with that man on my worst enemy.
In light of recent events, we've been asked to take a look at the behavioral mapping in the Gen 3s.
I see. Another of Dr. Ao's manipulative powers. Well, he's wrong. The Gen 3s are functioning just as designed.
SRB doesn't agree. Statistically, the Gen 3s have shown an increase in autonomic behavior, suggesting a malfunction in the latest models.
I assure you, Doctor, that is not a malfunction.
The synths aren't just Father's legacy. They're his gift to humanity.
Another lovely day, isn't it?
Rumor is, advanced systems will be starting...
This is Dr.
A new dark matter initiative soon.
Child synth. It's just remarkable.
How was your day?
Complicated. Long.
What did you work on?
Extremely theoretical bioscience.
I'm really interested in this stuff. Try it.
Just a lot of headaches over antigens.
That's my... I'm glad you finally...
I apologize for any disruptions that my work might cause you.
Mankind redefined. It's catchy, isn't it?
Nothing to report, sir.
Dr. Watson can be a little obsessive when it comes to rules and policies.
Hi there.
I wish you could have known Father as we have.
Good evening.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smoothly.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Have you noticed the recent increase in security? I don't know what's going on.
Something about disappearing synths, I think.
Disappearing? Must be something to do with the salvage teams.
I believe so.
Safety first. Remember that.
Dr. Watson.
Rushed work is sloppy at best, and deadly at worst.
Dr. Lee. Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work.
Dr. Orman.
If you ask me, we're only scratching the surface with the latest synths.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
Trinity? What's that?
Trinity is an encryption system with a cipher, or key cut up into many pieces. You need several pieces in the correct order to unlock it. I put a Trinity piece with every synth I helped escape. It was a long shot, but I was hoping some good Samaritan would connect it all together.
Who are you?
I'm Liam Benet. My father runs synth development, and everyone knows who you are.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
The railroad sent me to look for someone they call Patriot. That's you.
What? The railroad? As in the railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
Why are you helping synths?
At first, I just wanted to see if I could get away with it. It was a challenge, you know? But then I realized the synths are really just like us, except without any freedom. I decided to help the ones that wanted to escape, so they can have a better life.
How did you help synths escape?
Through hacking. The departments focus their best talents on hard science. Why waste time on terminal security, right? The SRB is the exception, and unfortunately, they control which synths go to the surface. But a forged work order from, let's say, bioscience can get a hand-picked synth on surface detail. And it turns out the railroad was waiting for them. Wow.
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths. At once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know? Good. He's here. C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z1. He's a friend. He's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I thought only Mr. Benet cared. But your friends actually fight for us?
That's what the railroad does, Z1. He's from the surface.
I've never met another human willing to help. But, sir, we must make this quick.
Right now. How many synths want to escape, Z1?
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Liam.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
What do you need help with?
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
Where would I find that?
Unfortunately, I don't know. The obvious place won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago, but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
Do you require anything?
was fascinating watching you. Everything seems to be proceeding according to plan, sir.
Probably nothing, but some guy came into town, said he picked up a weird distress call from the Cambridge ruins.
We're so delighted you've chosen us.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Oh, goody.
Uh-huh.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
Sir,
Remember
we've
to
had
practice
another
good sanitation
situation.
habits at all
A code
times.
red. We think there
Now
was
that
a
you've had
system
a chance
glitch.
to see the
We're looking
Institute
into it.
firsthand.
Right away, sir.
What do
Yes,
you
sir.
think?
Understood.
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
What do you mean by proper supervision?
I mean that while they are here in the Institute, fulfilling the purpose for which they were designed, our synths perform admirably. As you're about to see, however, they can become unpredictable when set loose. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic radicals who call themselves the Railroad are behind it. We'll deal with them in time. But right now, the priority is to reclaim that synth before more harm is done. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Son.
You should get going. There's no time to waste.
Something. I'm hiding for you. That's the last of them.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Thought I heard something new.
Enemy sighted.
I'm going to make this as painful as possible. Sloppy tactics, bad aim. This won't take long.
They're out there, we'll find them.
I've lost sight of the target. You're dead. I was hoping for a challenge. Guess I'll keep hoping.
for that.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word, and we can start the assault on the main plateau. We're not alone. I guess it's clear after all.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already...
What do we know about this synth, Gabriel?
Designation B592 is holed up in the shack on top of the upended cargo ship. He's probably got his best fighters with him, so we should plan on heavy resistance. So, are you ready to go in?
All right, let's go.
Right behind you, sir. I think we're being shadowed.
Gotcha.
Powering weapons.
There's someone else here. Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
What is it?
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, good. I was starting to get bored.
Threat neutralized.
Ammo levels are good. Keep your eyes open, sir.
Well
Judging by
done.
your gear, I'm
Very
gonna guess you two are agents of the
Just like
Institute.
me.
So, made it to the top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
B592, initialize factory reset, authorization Gamma 71 Epsilon.
Boss? Are you okay? Gabriel, can you hear me? Shit, they did something to him! Take them out! Oh shit!
Nice work, sir. I'll take the synth back. This is X688. Ready to relay with reclaimed synth B592.
Power armor, huh? You take down a Brotherhood soldier?
My daddy says your father's daddy, but he looks so much older than you.
Sean.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Why do you care what happens on the surface? You're in your own world down here.
Because there are forces on the surface that could pose a threat to us, and only a fool ignores a possible threat. We might diminish that danger by correcting the false perception that we intend some great harm to mankind. But enough about that. The task is done, and you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
Be on the lookout for unusual synth behavior.
Remember, health and happiness go hand in hand.
Your quarters are just inside, sir. When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you.
Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
After everything I've been through to find you, I think you already know.
I'm sorry, Father. Of course. You're right. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They mean well. They're only doing what they think is right.
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the result of their selfish, short-sighted plan. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
Where are the synths located?
A small settlement at the old Bunker Hill Monument. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
Is it just me, or will I have backup?
A Corsair will be waiting for you outside Bunker Hill. You'll have support should you need it. But we want to keep this small.
Smell that? That's freedom.
Hey, Daisy.
If you hit upon something, don't bother.
Let's see what you got.
Remember,
Sure.
no returns, exchanges, or death threats.
Right.
My old man taught me that duct tape could fix anything. I don't think he was talking about bullet holes.
Another day of hard work. Never changes.
You certainly know
Been
your
the
way around.
hammer and nails sort of a guy. You point, I'll shoot.
My back hurts, my feet hurt. Everything hurts.